You know how that go, bro.
You know. Let's go ahead, brother. I'm fresh off your battle rum, Nitty, man. How you feeling?
I feel good, I can't complain, man. Good reception so far. I think we probably close to 50,000 views right now in a couple days.
All
You know
right.
what I mean? Clips going viral, conversation spiraling. You know what I mean? A lot of controversy surrounding it all, but all publicity is good
What's the controversy? Hold
publicity.
on. What's the controversy? Let's go there first.
You know how that go, man. You know they Nitty made a statement, and I feel like it was kind of blown out of proportion for real.
Okay.
Where he said, bar for bar, you know what I mean? The material was better than what Lux presented to him and what Daylight presented to him. I feel like Lux and Daylight are both they consummate professionals. They veterans, you know what I mean? Stage presence, performance, they got it locked. You know what I'm saying? That's stuff that I know I'm still developing. But bar for bar,
Right.
100%. You can't be on stage talking about you gotta kick it up, River Dancer. You gotta kick it up a notch. That's not cold, bro. That's just not cold. You know what I mean? It's not cold, bro. Like he said you thought it was gonna be all face mask and bubble baths. I'm like, what is that? That's not cold. You know what I mean? Daylight talk about I die laugh, Minecraft. What is die laugh? What is that, bro?
Okay, all right. What do you say to the people that say, Elijah, what about the setup to get to that? Or is there more we're missing out just on those
bro, it's a level of some of these stars, bro, they know what they can get away with, bro, because they have such like crazy fan bases, bro. It's easy to be lazy as a writer because not a lot of people know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Especially when people trust you, you can get away with a lot. But there's some laziness with the pen, bro. And I'm not in a position to be lazy with my pen.
You're calling Loaded Lux lazy with the pen?
Yo, bro, I just call it how I hear it, bro. I don't got no respect for the names necessarily when it comes down to the science. You know what I mean? Loaded Lux is a now let me say this, bro. Loaded Lux presence ridiculous. You know what I mean? Performance ridiculous. His actual rapping ability as far as cadence, flow pattern, all of that ridiculous. The man can rap like there's few people who can just purely rap with Loaded Lux. Let's not get this misconstrued. I'm talking about content wise, bar for bar. He's a little out of touch with what it means to be a great writer in this arena. You go listen to him on the Joey diss, crazy. He's wilding, bro. But I'm talking about when he gets on these stages, he's not who he used to be, bro. The game has moved too fast forward. It's crazy now. We doing it, bro. We doing everything they used to do, bro. We doing behind the backs. We all doing reverse layups now. We all windmilling. It's crazy out here now, bro. It's different.
Wait, were you shocked when he made those comments?
I wasn't necessarily. I'm shocked that he would invite that level of backlash. I think if you're gonna say something like that,
right?
Like you can think that and keep it to yourself, but for him to invite that level of backlash is a little shocking. I don't think that the statement in and of itself is crazy. But because bro, there's a lot of, and this is, I don't want to take too many shots at the throne, but I do respect, you know what I mean, a lot of these legends, a lot of these forefathers, but there's a lot of writers in battle.
Are you sure you do?
I respect it. I do, yo. I respect them, bro. I just got to keep it a bean at the same time. But there's a lot of writers out here today who aren't as known. Your Jada Nightwings, bro. Your Fonzes. These dudes are elite level writers. They just don't have that fan base. Like a Jada Nightwing to me writes better battle rap rounds than Daylight. That's just what it is.
I'm not mad at that comment though.
It's not particularly close, in my opinion, as somebody who studies what it means to have a good pen in battle rap. I'm only talking about lines, bars in battle rap. On a track, it might be another story, but in this arena, I don't know why people find it surprising that people who are more active in the sport have better pens.
All right, so here's my thing. We're in agreement that Lux has a pen, right? Are we in agreement that Lux has a pen? Are we in agreement?
Lux is a pen, but to me, like Lux's style is like a he kind of knows how to talk to you in his own unique way. You know what I mean? And then
Okay.
but definitely he's a pen. He's definitely a pen.
Okay. All right. Well, before we go back to more of that conversation, man.
Yeah.
The Nitty battle. Were you shocked? At some point, you guys had to have a conversation, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
How do you feel about this all that you sound like Nitty conversation? How do you feel about that, though?
Yo, bro, it's funny you say that, Strait.
Has that bothered your career? Has that bothered you at all?
Yo,
career?
bro, it don't bother me, bro, because I know who I am. You know what I mean? Like I don't,
Right.
yo, bro, like in order to like just in life in general, bro, you got to know what you know, bro. You can't just be
Right.
moved by what people say or what you hear and all of that. That don't move me, bro. I've been rapping for too long for somebody to tell me that somebody else taught me how to rap. Like if I'll never stunt and act like I'm not influenced by a Rum Nitty, but there's people I've been influenced by through this culture. I've been influenced by Cuban. No disrespect to Cuban, but like I've learned things from watching a Cuban battle that I didn't know before and incorporated. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a student of the game from top to bottom. But at this point, bro, like me and Nitty were supposed to battle after UM4. We were supposed to do rookies versus vets. So I was excited for the battle then, but like, man, 4 years later, I'm like, yo, let's just get this out the way because I'm tired of hearing this nigga's name every time I rap. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is, bro.
Okay. Nitty said something in the battle that you were influenced. Are you influenced by him? Or are you?
Yo, bro, like, all right, yo, 3. When I got in the battle, I got in the battle rap for rap. I ain't joined battle rap to be a performer, to be, you know what I mean, a politician. I joined battle rap to rap, bro. And when I looked at who was rapping, it was like, oh, this nigga's the best nigga rapping. So who better to learn from? If you want to rap in terms of lines, you go watch the best person. So I'm not gonna sit here and stunt like Nitty wasn't one of my influences. Tay-Rock one of my influences. Hollow the Don is one of my influences. Like all of these people have Hollow. One of the reasons I started battling. You know what I'm saying? Like the Hollow and Clips battle made me want to battle. I was like, oh, you can be strategic like this and win battles. This is crazy. You know what I mean?
That means you must have loved Hollow's first round.
Ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous, bro. It changed the way I looked at battle rap. JC versus Tay-Rock, another reason I battled. Because it was just I sat there and watched JC rap his heart out.
Right.
And Rock just had the energy was just too much to contend with. You know what I mean? So those are the elements I love about battle rap, bro. I love writing, strategy, and energy. So I got influences for all of that.
Wow. Okay. I saw Real Deal on the internet give you a lot of props also and saying he loves your style and everything like that.
Yeah.
So your peers, the conversation that you have with your peers behind the scenes, what did they tell you?
It's mad funny, bro. So I've been cool with Nitty for a minute. Well, we've been chopping it up for like a while. Like he doesn't buy into us being similar, like that similar. Like he battled me that way because he knows the narrative out there. You got to address that because that's the people you're performing for the people.
Right.
But he's like, we don't even rap the same for real. Like, and I feel the same way. My peers recognize me as one of the best punchers in battle rap. My peers don't think that my style is conflated with Nitty's. But like once you get a narrative like attached to you, it's kind of just gonna be there until you destroy it. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I never felt like Fonz rap like Av. I never felt that way ever. But the narrative got attached to him, so he had to contend with it. You know what I mean? It's like it is what it is. But my peers have a lot of respect for me. Like shout out to the Real Deals, the you know what I mean, the Mad Flexes who show love. You know what I mean? The New Jersey Twerks, the Rum Nitties, all of these dudes, man, they show a lot of respect for what I do.
Now that you and Nitty battle, do you think the comparison talk dies down a little bit?
Yeah, I think, you know what it is? 3, I learned so much from this battle. Like, now, mind you, 3, I've only had 2 top tier battles. I've been battling for like 7 years.
Right.
I only battled 2 top tiers, Danny Myers and Rum Nitty. That was the most challenging performance I've ever been up against was Rum Nitty's. ever, bro. And I can like aside from the racks, I notice so many other intangibles on stage. It's like, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. So it's like I learned so much from that battle, bro. I think my style is going to change dramatically just from what I learned from a professional standpoint on stage, bro.
Now, the learning aspect, educate me when you're learning something. Are you learning something on the fly or after you watch the battle, after the battle, or during? How does this work when you guys are learning
It's
stuff?
a it's a little bit of both, bro. It depends on how quickly you're able to adapt. Like my first round against Nitty, I feel like I was more comfortable in my second round because I had adapted. Like my first round, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I was a little bit too much of a fan because it's like, oh, this nigga's wilding. Like, oh, this nigga is... I almost had to remember I was in a battle for real. Cause like, you know what I
Right.
mean? It's like
Mm-hmm.
you're battling one of the best, if not the best ever punchers in the world, and then the straight up battlers too. So it's like you almost forget. You're like you've seen the nigga so many times. Now it's directed towards you, and you gotta hit that
Right.
switch where it's like I'm not
Right.
watching you to be entertained. I'm watching you to attack you. So
Okay.
like you're adapting that way. But when I went back and watched the footage, I'm like, all right, I'm noticing um the biggest difference for me is the level of professionalism. Like this nigga is just so professional with how he executes everything. And it's like, okay, I got to get to a place where I'm as professional as possible. Forget the raps. Like everybody know I can rap, but can you
Mm-hmm.
execute cleanly and
Right.
professionally? You know what I mean?
Were you nervous at all?
Nah,
Not at all. No, not at all.
nah. Well, three, this narrative been around so long, bro. I couldn't wait to get the battle. And I was like, yo, let's just get this over
Mm.
with, my nigga. Like it was past it. Like if we had done this 3 years ago, maybe I'd have been nervous. But like
Mm.
it's the storyline so exhausted to me because I hear it all the time. It's like, man, let's just get this out the way already. You know what I mean?
Now you said you only had big two elite battles, Danny Myers and Rum Nitty. Do you feel
Yeah.
the Danny Myers battle, did that set you up? Not set you up, but made you comfortable enough to go into Nitty battle because you battled. Not saying Danny's better than Nitty, Nitty's better than Danny, but did that help you at all? The Danny battle.
Yeah, now the Danny battle I learned from too. That was one of I'll tell you what, bro. The three battles that I learned the most from in my career was the Danny battle, the Nitty battle, and my Steams battle actually.
Okay,
My
shout out
Steams
Steve.
battle. Shout out to Steams. Steams has always been one of my favorites. I love his style.
Okay,
But yo, anytime you could get in front of a professional, bro, is gonna raise
yeah,
your level because you're gonna learn something that
absolutely.
you don't know. You know what I mean? And you can only kind of grow as much as you can when you step into people who are veterans. You know what I mean? Like you step in front of people who are veterans. So like, yeah,
Yeah.
nah, for sure, Danny helped me get ready for this battle.
Okay. All right, all right.
Salute to
Well,
Danny too. That nigga nice.
yeah, shout out to Danny for real, man.
Yeah.
So when you got a battle like Rum Nitty, what's next for Elijah Strait when you battle a guy like Nitty, who's in probably a lot of people's top 3, top
Yeah.
5 on the Alien and stuff like that? You know,
Yeah.
what do you think of this?
Yo, it's funny, bro. The battles that I want, particularly like I want the Fonz battle. Me and him
Okay,
been
that's
kind of
fine.
we've been talking, you know what I mean? And he's
Right.
kind of more new age, you know what I mean, puncher like conversation. I gotta get Fonz out of here. JC I gotta talk to. Chess I gotta see.
Okay.
Um Mike P I gotta see.
All right.
And one of the newer guys, King. I gotta see King. And I'm past the point, bro, where I'm not battling just to out rap people no more, bro. It's some people that
All right.
I just wanna smoke. You know what I mean? It's like I want to get you out of here, bro, because I just feel like you a better man than me. I don't like that. Like I'm about to get you out of here. Like Fonz just be talking a little too crazy.
All right.
I don't like it, bro. I'm gonna have to. I don't like it. JC, I got mad respect for. We've been talking about battling for probably like 5 years. So that I think that's gonna happen between the end of this year or next year, early next year. And then chess, I'll just let the energy chess bring. You know what I mean? I want to stand in front of that like volatile energy, just like anything can happen in this battle. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like I
Mhm.
like that type of energy for real. So yeah,
Did you
nah,
ever Did
What's
you
good,
ever
Dre?
feel like joining the tournaments? T-Top's tournament, Fon's tournament. Did you think about joining those tournaments or no?
I thought about it, bro, but like, man, you
Because
gotta be careful.
Loso got chastised big
Yeah, he
time.
getting cooked. But
Yeah, he
Loso's
get
more
cooked for that.
established than me too, bro. You know what I mean? So he kind of has the freedom to do that. Me, I have momentum right now, so I'm trying to be careful with where I place my momentum. You know what I mean? Like at this point, you don't just come off a nitty battle and do anything. You kind of
Right.
have to make sure that you're capturing that momentum in the right way. So as much as I would like to just catch wreck, it's like let's just be smart. You know what I'm saying, and make sure we picking the right matchups and you don't got people saying, yo, why you doing that? You just battle Nitty, blah blah
Right.
blah. You know what I mean, like that type of thing. So
Well, let's
hopefully
go ahead.
it's what
Nitty
happened?
got chastised twice, right? I thought Nitty got not chastised. Man, it's a bad word to use. I felt like when Nitty battled Lux, he battled Saint LA after that, right?
Yeah,
And some people are like, well, how do you go from Lux to Saint LA? Even though if you go back and watch the Saint LA battle, it was a very, very good battle, right?
yeah,
Then he battles Daylight, then he battles you. And people are like,
yeah,
why is he battling Elijah Strait after battling Daylight? Even though some people, I wasn't crazy about the Nitty Daylight battle. Like a lot of, I
yeah,
didn't, it was all right, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Do you feel, I mean, in your opinion, your battle is better than Lux, I mean, Daylight and Nitty, right?
I feel like that battle it's a better battle. It's just not. It's just not as
Publicized?
publicized or like it's not as politically important. You know what I mean? Like you
All right.
get daylight to come outside. It's a big event. It's a big deal. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't have that level of clout, and I don't even want to minimize it by calling it clout because he's earned his reputation. But I don't have that level of pull. You know what I mean? Where I'm still making my name. Daylight's established, but it wasn't like you're right. I was there for the battle. It wasn't the greatest battle, but because of the anticipation and the names involved, people
Right,
will
right, right,
kind of
right,
like
right. Right.
magnify it. I would like last year, I was surprised me and Foots was able to get a battle of the year contender because we ain't, you know what I mean? In battle rap, we don't have that level of pull necessarily. It's not that we're not talented, we just don't have
Right.
those fan bases yet. So
Mm.
I think in terms of replay value, lyricism, writing, all of that stuff, me and Nitty had a crazy battle. Like you could, it's lines throughout that whole battle, bro. It's creativity throughout the
Really?
whole battle. So it's like if you're a fan of rap, that's the battle for you. If you're a fan of the politics and all the entertainment and all that type of stuff, then maybe you want to go watch the daylight battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to be political. Three, I'm here to rap.
Right. Did you find a home in TBL? Is that your new home?
It's looking a little.
I gotta ask, brother. TBL coming to die, man.
It's looking a little TVL-ish over here now.
It
It's
is.
always the gates of the garden for me. Salute to the gates. You know what I mean? That's like, bro, I got discovered. I'll never turn my back on the gate. I got discovered at a Gates battle. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
shout out to Drugs. He FaceTime P in the middle of a Gates battle, and that's why I got on the Crucible. P hit my line 4 days after because of the Gates battle, bro. And that's why I ended up on the Crucible.
Mm.
So that kind of was a major stepping stone for me of
Mm.
going from the amateur side to the professional side of things. So but TBL, bro, they based that in my hometown.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like the league owner grew up in my city. You know what I'm saying,
Wow.
bro? So like salute to TBL. I got love for them just because yo, nobody comes out of Providence, Rhode Island and makes a name. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's not like outside of Couture, salute to Couture.
That's Zoe.
But
Yes,
like
yes, yes.
on the male side of things, bro, it's never happened. We don't have
Mm.
nobody coming out of Providence and making it to the URL. So it's like it's important to me to bring as much energy to my city as I can. You know what I mean?
Right. Are you expecting to get a phone call for the
I already, I
Mookie?
already, I already got a few phone calls. I ain't just saying names up here for what. I ain't just saying
Okay,
names for fun.
listen.
I got some phone
Absolutely.
calls. Three.
Absolutely.
This ain't
Absolutely.
aimless. The names that I mentioned up here, at least a few of them,
Mm.
we already. You gonna see some of these three.
Okay, okay, okay,
You gonna
okay,
see some of them.
okay. What's your relationship with URL?
I talked to Bees right after I battled Clone, and
All
then
right.
maybe a couple weeks ago. So no, right after I battled, I actually talked to Bees right after I battled Nitty. So y'all should see me on URL after Gnome. I'll be back over there.
Okay.
I'm going back on URL to cause some trouble too. Like I'm trying.
I'm not mad at you, brother. I'm
I'm
not mad at
trying to
you,
cause
brother.
some trouble, bro. It's been a minute since I've been on URL, but you know what I mean. I make it work anyway, bro. I'm still outside getting on these major cards, Match Six, Apollo, Point Proven, all of that. But I'll be back on URL. Me and B's been talking. Salute to B's.
Is JC the person you want the most right now?
JC?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the most. It's just
A
one of those battles.
better conversation, a better battle rap conversation. Should I
I
say
think
that?
it's a good conversation, and it's just these battles you have to have on your resume. You gotta have a JC battle. You just have to, bro. Like
Right.
I got a Danny Myers battle, a Rum Nitty battle. That's on my resume, bro. I need a JC battle. I gotta have a Shotgun Suge battle. I need a Tay Rock battle. I need like it's certain battles I just gotta have. You the niggas I grew up watching, bro. Like I gotta have these battles, bro. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying? But as far as my contemporaries are who I really want to battle, like you know what I mean, the people from this era is kind of where I want to dominate for real. So the Vex for sure. JC still an amazing artist, still an amazing writer. But I'm more focused on letting my era know that it ain't their era, it's mine. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm looking for.
So, do you feel your name gets floated around with the Eunices and the Kings and Capos? Even though some of these niggas, some niggas, I feel you beat some of these niggas on this list though, respectfully. But do you
I'm
feel
not,
your
yo,
name
three. I try to keep my name out of those conversations because that's not my class. Like to me, those are
right?
rookies.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't really, I want to battle King because I just feel like he be talking too crazy. And I'm not with all of that. I'm trying to come to the trenches and embarrass you in front of your friends. Like that's kind of where I'm at with it. You know what I'm
Embarrassing?
saying? Yeah, I'm trying to embarrass you. Like yo, bro, some battles you just don't, some battles just make you care a little bit. And it's just like, I care a little bit. Like King make me want to smoke him, bro. And I don't always feel that way, but he makes me want to smoke him. He
No,
do. He make me want.
King not a,
He
Elijah,
get.
King not a rah dude. He's not a little, you know, he's
No,
like
no,
a
he a good kid. He good. He. You know what I mean? He really
good
is. He a
kid.
good
Good
kid.
kid.
He a
Good
good
kid,
kid, and
Elijah.
he don't even be talking. He not volatile or nothing. But he's just like I feel like you shaking them rooms a little too much because, and I don't like it. You know, I don't like it, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm about to have to put a stop to all that because I don't like the confidence you gaining. I'm not a fan.
So how did you feel about King and Danny Myers? Did you watch
Fire
that?
battle.
Yeah,
Fire
battle.
battle. Salute to that third round from King. You know what I mean? But nah, I'm not here for all of the. That's as much congratulations you getting from me, bro. That's out. That's out. I can't wait. And I told Evie, I hit Evie up, yo, Evie, book the battle on the trenches, bro. King versus Elijah Strait, man. I'm gonna come talk to your young man and get him up out of here for you.
And what did he say?
Oh no, he said he talk about I don't want that. All right, Evie. All right, man. He trying to save that young man.
Are you good? Are you good to go over there?
Yeah, I'm good. Bro. I do it.
Politics of battle rap. You know, it's politics
Man,
of battle rap.
what? It ain't a league I can't be on, bro. I'm not signing no contracts, and I'm not. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna step on whatever league I want to be on.
Okay, but if you go to URL, I'm pretty sure. Am I right? You have to.
I gotta like I've signed like a contract for the battle, but I don't not like a long-term deal. I'm past the point of needing a long-term deal. I could battle wherever.
Why do I feel like you and Eunice need to have a conversation?
We probably do. There's probably a situation.
I feel like you and Eunice gotta have a conversation more than you and King.
That's probably it's funny, yo, because I don't feel that way because I've always been. I can see why the culture would feel that way, but I've always been a supporter of Eunice. And we battled in the 2-on-2, me and Saga versus Eunice and Appa.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. And there were the times where like me and like I'll be on the phone with Eunice and we just like I just wanted to see Eunice do well. Like so I never put a target on his back. You know what I mean? But I don't know King. I don't know nothing about him. So I'm not, I could care less about your success. I'm trying to ruin everything you got going on. You know what I mean? But I'm low key a fan of Eunice, not just of his style. I want to see him be great. You know what I mean? So I don't really necessarily have the vitriol that I would need to go and try to kill Eunice. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? That I would have for a king.
How do you feel about King and Eunice and chess?
Yo, I think and this is why I think Eunice and chess it's an uphill battle for Eunice. It's just an uphill battle, bro. That's a tough matchup, bro. You up against, and I was pretty vocal about this in the spaces not too long ago.
Right.
But it's like you're not only battling chess, you battling the history of Nome. You're in Manhattan. You know, you at the Gramercy. I'm nice with the Gramercy. That's why they booked me for you're up against the history, bro.
Right.
650 in that theater, bro. This is a landmark in battle rap, bro. So you not
Right.
only battling, you put chess and Eunice in a caffeine room, we having a different discussion. You know what I mean? But you put him in a
Right.
Nome where he can walk in the building and say chess is home, and the fans are gonna start talking
They are. They are.
and saying exactly what they're waiting for him to set the tone. You
Mm.
can't do that yet, Eunice. You
Right.
don't have words you can just go up there and say, and the fans are gonna finish for you, bro. It's a tough battle, you know what I mean? But if tough battles make stars, bro, if Eunice go in here and do the seemingly impossible, if I was Eunice and I go in here and win this battle, you couldn't talk to me for years. It's like nobody could talk to like you couldn't talk to me for years.
Look,
Give Eunice any battle we want.
am I wrong for saying this? He battled Nitty, right? Battled
Yeah.
JC, right? But chess is the one that he probably thrives on the most. Can I say that?
Yeah, bro. And it's no knock on Eunice, but you're not gonna make your name in these padded rooms. You gotta be outside. You gotta be on these stages and these crowds and these states you never been in, these places you never rap. You can't, those small rooms, bro, they fill with the same people. You could go to Atlanta, bro, you see the same faces. You go to
Right.
Houston, you see the same faces. It's the same crowds, bro. You gotta go into these rooms where you don't know 90% of the people and turn them into believers. It's a whole nother ball game.
Mm. Wow,
Whole nother ball game. We taking the training wheels off for this one. Dead serious. And that's no knock the units. You can as far as units goes, you can only take the battle they give to you, and you can only battle in the rooms they book. So it's not his fault. He's done the most that he can do with the opportunities he's given. He don't choke. He don't mess up. He's always on 100%. You can't ask for more from him. What can you ask?
Right, right. What's your take on Verb and Nitty? If that battle happens, I should say.
You know what, bro? Verb is despite all the weird stuff that Verb do, because he do a lot of weird stuff that I just don't agree with in general, he's still an excellent battle rapper, bro. You can't stun on him, bro. Even when I going into the JC battle, I kind of had written him off.
Me too. I had JC winning that battle going to the battle. I picked JC to beat him.
You know, I kind of wrote him off, but bro, Verb, no matter what you say about him, bro, you can't take away what he's done in this game and what he's learned in this game and how effective he knows how to be. Verb knows how to battle at an elite level. You know what I mean? So it's tough because if you can figure out how to diffuse a puncher, now we got a different ball game, and that could be a challenge. I don't think that Verb can outright Nitty, but he may be able to out battle him, and that's another conversation.
Out battle him.
Now, battling is it's a whole nother discipline that people don't really focus on. But somebody can outright you but you can get out battled.
Educate the listeners who might understand what you're saying for the new niggas who don't really grasp what Elijah means when he says that, though.
Yo, all right, somebody can have a crazy line, right? But it might not necessarily be like if I had a crazy bar, it might even be a haymaker, but I could say it to anybody. I just rapped really well, but I'm not battling. I'm just saying a crazy line. Now, if somebody comes in there with material that's for you, it could be 80% like of what you did in terms of technical skill, but because it's tailored to you, it hits way harder. You know what I'm saying? Like Twerk is an excellent battler. He don't just write like bars, like he will take your best punch and turn it against you. It's so tailored for you, and it's a haymaker, and that's battling. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes regular lines is not battling. That's just good rapping. That's just good writing.
Mm. Okay. Do you like battle rap? Do you like where it's headed to the climate? Do you like it?
Yo, if I was a fan, I would hate battle rap
I
as
don't
a
like it.
fan.
You know what's funny? I love hip hop, right?
Yeah.
But I just hate a lot of the bullshit that be going on in this culture, man.
If I
I'm
was a fan,
older
I would
now.
hate it.
I'm over 45 years old, so I'm an old
Yeah.
head, right? So
Yeah.
I don't really subscribe. Like, I was in Verb Spaces a second ago, right?
Yeah.
A nigga didn't tell me SMD to me.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yo, bro, it's crazy on the net is the net's crazy, bro.
Let me give you a backstory. So I'm in the spaces, right? And I'm Verb sends me a link, so I pull up in there, right? So
Yeah.
as an old head, I'm like, bro, you and Kid Manny to squash that shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm not getting it on because why niggas is beef? I thought niggas squash this shit, right? So some nigga comes in there and he's like, oh, the media was pandering for Hitman. I'm like, you keep saying the media. I'm the only media nigga in there. So I'm like, what are you talking about? Then the nigga told me to suck his penis.
Crazy.
It's wilding. So think about this. I'm 40-something years. I'm sitting there like,
Yeah.
what do I say, Elijah?
You can't, yo, three.
I'm on the situation. You know why? Because if I go off and go crazy, because I'm gonna take it there till you look crazy. I'm like, bro, you would not say that in my face though. It's easy to say that online, but
on the internet. Yo, bro, they just try to through a couple. Bro, let me, and I'm not even gonna say no name because I ain't trying to get nobody more publicity. I gave this too much energy already. I got done. I got off stage. Nitty made whatever comedy made. It hits the net. It's going crazy. It's mad controversy. It's some dude on the net, bro, for weeks, just tweeting about me, bro, for weeks. Weeks, mind you, this man never.
About that though.
I'm fine with it, bro. I'm fine with it. That's the fans. That's the fans.
Right.
Like that's what for him to do. Mind you, this man never even seen a battle. He's just talking cash. I'm like, yo, so this is just hate. This is crazy. Now he don't say nothing to me. When the battle drops, he's adding me, and I'm like, yo, shut up talking to me. Like you did all that stuff over there, but don't come to me talking crazy. Right. Nobody knows that for weeks he's been talking crazy. Now I look crazy because I'm trying to press play.
Right.
And now I'm like, yo, I can't. It's crazy out here, bro. People can just talk to you any kind of way. And if I press play, now I'm the crazy one. That's wild, bro. It's wild.
If I turn up on you, then I'm three. Why you resort to that? I don't say nothing. Three. Why you got this man talking crazy? I'm in a no-win situation. And mind you, it threw me for left field because I'm like, I wasn't expecting that. Because my you don't gotta fuck with me, but I don't give them vibes that we have to have that kind of conversation. We can have a civil conversation.
Yeah.
If you feel the way about me, fine, we can talk about it. The brother didn't want to talk about it. He just wanted to go off on me. So I'm like, all right, brother, you got.
And that's the thing, bro, because I don't deal with people with disrespect. So that's what be getting me. Like it's like if I was disrespectful to you, then that's one thing. But I'm not even being disrespectful to you. So why, like, and you letting your phone screen get you comfortable with disrespecting me, and that's crazy. Like, why are you doing that? I get you, but like, yo, as a fan, bro, like I feel like the culture is not that the best place, but as a battler. Mm-hmm. I like that the culture is not in the best place because it leaves opportunity for new stars. The culture is begging for new stars. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why it's kind of where it is right now. So like for anybody who wants to take this as seriously as possible, you're probably gonna skyrocket because there's not a lot of new stars left. We still hanging on to our veterans to sell tickets. You know what I mean? So it's like I look at it like this, yo. It's like Strait. If you take this serious, show up with some clean performances and keep stringing those together, the world is yours because the culture needs it. You know what I mean? So as a fan, I get it, but as a battler, it looks like an opportunity, in my opinion.
Did you feel like Nitty OD'd with the straight angles, straight bars, straight
No, he was wild. Yo, he was wild. Nah, yo, bro, that nigga was wild.
Was he wild on the name flips though? Was he really wild?
Yo, I probably had like 3 or 4 name flips. He was, but I appreciate the creativity, bro, because I done heard so many straight down the middle. Let's get straight to the point. It's like I'm tired of that, but help you back up, straight reverse kick. I was like, yo, he's wild.
But you have to know that Nitty's gonna have one of them straight bars, straight.
Yo, for real, bro. And that's like you can't account for that, bro. You sitting there preparing like, what is this nigga gonna say? And then you just gotta throw that out of your mind because you're not gonna be able to guess. He's just too creative for you to lock in on what he's gonna do, bro. But my favorite bar he said was hit a pressure point. It's a game winner. I said, what?
All right, so how do you keep your composure when you hear
low key, I didn't even keep my composure all the way through. I was a little disappointed. Yo, what I try to do midway through the battle, I would turn my back to the camera and react. And then try to turn back and act like it was me. And I was like, yo, this nigga is wild, bro. I told his third round, I was like, yo, bro, just stop rapping. What are you doing?
What's the conversation like after the battle though?
Yo, it's for me and Nitty, we have mutual respect for years, bro. It's just that, yo. He's just like, it's like, yo, you can rap, bro. Just keep going. Keep doing your thing, make your name, make your stain, and just keep getting after it. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing, bro. It's like I chop it up. I've sparred with Nitty before. This ain't the first, you know what I mean? This ain't our first interaction, bro. Like
Niggas got a report. Niggas got a report.
Yeah, we got a report. So it's really business as usual for real with a nigga like bro. I'm just excited for him to keep getting. I want to see the A-Verb battle. I want to see the Murder Mook battle. I want to see him get his legends because he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking forward to those. And he a legend himself.
Right. Absolutely, man. So are we gonna? How many more times are we gonna battle this year? How many more battles do you foresee happening?
We in June, bro. I kind of want wreck, bro. I kind of want to be outside probably four to six more times.
4 to 6 more times.
Yeah, I kind of want to be. I want to be outside, bro. I want to be outside. I like
one round battles or all
full battles. Yeah, full battles. Okay. I would like at least four 3-rounders before the year ends. And I need those to be some good names. I want to battle Chess before the year is over. You know what I'm saying? And not even depending on what he does with Eunice. I feel like Chess is just such a talent, a fierce competitor, bro. I kind of want to see that nigga no matter what happens. I hope we get the Chess that we know. You know what I mean? The known Chess for Eunice. You know what I mean? But I want to battle that nigga anyway. I really don't care what happens with that battle.
All right. Well, my brother, man, listen before you go. All right, do you think you and Nitty are gonna be spoken about how you and Elijah were spoken about last year?
Me and Foot. I hope you and
Nitty are gonna be spoken about how you and Foot's battle.
I hope we get in that conversation, bro. Like, again, the battle's doing good views. I'm doing my best, Strait, to do all the things I hate. You know what I mean? To promote, do an interview. Like, I just want to write raps and then rap, bro. I don't want to do, but I'm doing my best to do the extras because I understand that's what comes with the game. If you want to make an impact, you got to do your interviews. You got to get your tweet, bro. I don't even want to be on Twitter, bro. I wish I could just delete the app and go, but I gotta promote. I gotta interact. You know what I'm saying? So,
as a blogger, I feel the same way.
It's the same, yo, bro. It's like if I didn't have to do it, I wouldn't. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm promoting and keeping myself in those conversations because if you ain't in people's eyes, they forget about you. So it's just is what it is. Hopefully that conversation happens. But if you're a fan of bars, that's one of the most lyrical bar heavy battles you probably gonna see all year.
Wow. Over Danny King, over Jay and She. Okay, talk heavy, man.
Three. We in there. Both of us in there saying some of the craziest. It's crazy in there, bro.
Like father, like son.
Such your homework, bro. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's crazy in that battle, bro. That battle wild, bro. That was wild. She a homewrecker? What? That's crazy.
That was wild. It was
wild. It's those in there, bro. So but now Rockin' and Jay, salute to that battle. Another Jay Nightwing and Ill Will, crazy battle. Like those battle. It's some conversations out there, bro. But me and Nitty should definitely be in those conversations. And so if you're looking for lyricism and lines and all that, that's there in, you know what I mean, in spades.
How dope was it for the TBL card when you battle Clone, right? For all of y'all in the same, we sitting around each other that whole weekend and those 2 days.
Yeah.
All you battle rappers talking, conversations, sparring,
Yeah.
problems, right? How dope is that to have all y'all in the same building for that 2-day event, though?
That
Meeting
yo,
up
it's
with nothing
fire,
from it.
bro. It's fire, bro. And if you walk, yo, bro, if you walk in humility, you can learn a lot. You know what I mean? You don't like. I'm not trying to act like I'm anybody in there, but I'm chopping it up with Light. I'm chopping it up with Jazz. I'm chopping it up with
Right.
Hollow. Just trying to pick up game because and Mook too. Mook was at the telly with us too. It's an opportunity for you to just, you know what I mean? You humble yourself, you pick up game, you learn what you can, you network. And those are good rooms to be in, bro. It's not every day you just get to be sitting with Murder Mook chopping it up about hip hop.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean? Like
a little different.
you
It's a little
gotta
different.
you gotta take opportunities like that and not overlook them. So even just being on these cards with some of these people who have laid the foundation for what I'm able to do today, I'm always gonna have respect for that, and I'm always gonna appreciate those opportunities. You know what I mean? So salute to your Mooks, your Hollows, your Lights for sitting down with me and just talking. You know what I mean? Ill will too, like just chopping it up. I probably spoke to Jay for like 4 hours straight out in Houston. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Like, so it's great opportunities, and it's dope to be in a room with other great talent. You know what I mean? Like, I don't take that lightly.
All right. Elijah, man, you have a dope battle. Y'all go support this battle with him and Nitty. Please run those numbers up and everything like that, though, brother.
Yeah, for real, yo, like, share, comment. I don't even care if you up there saying Nitty clone, Nitty clone. As long as y'all watching, I don't care. Bro, I go to sleep the same way. I don't care, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You know what though? I give you this though, brother, because in a culture in a sport like this where everybody says, "Oh, this person sounds like this person sounds like this person," you don't let that bother you. You keep your head down and keep going though. You know
Yo,
what I
bro,
mean?
you never seen me stop.
No, I never
I'm
seen you stop,
still
bro.
outside active. I never let nobody discourage me. Like, yo, I show up the same way, same level of effort, same level of material or higher every battle. Y'all not slowing nothing down. So I'm just glad y'all watching.
The word discouraged, or can you be discouraged in battle? Not you per se, but can people be discouraged in battle
Yo,
rap?
yeah, bro. Like when it's yo, bro, it's so much. There was a point where I was discouraged in battle rap, not because of the Nitty comparison, but because battles fall through, opportunities go by, and you battles get vaulted, and it might have been your best performance, and nobody gets to see it because somebody else messed up the foot. It's just like, yo, I just spent 80 hours writing these rounds, and nobody will hear them. That joint to get you, that'll get you, bro. And it's just stuff like it's stuff that the fans never know. So you gotta compartmentalize all that and go out and present something because the fans don't want to hear none of that. They just want to be
Exactly.
entertained. Like
Yeah.
their dollar don't care that you got voted. You know what I'm saying? Like they just wanna. So you gotta not everybody built for that, but I am though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not letting at this point I'm not letting nothing else discourage me because I know what I can do. So if I just gotta keep showing up and spazzing until I shut people up, then that's what it's gonna be.
Right. Well, Elijah, keep going, brother. You know what I'm saying? We like what you're doing over here. Hopefully the next battle, if it's on the Hitman Boo card, we have another conversation.
Yo, I'm trying, you know what I'm saying, bro. Salute to Bulletproof TBL. Salute to 3. Appreciate you for having me on the show, bro. As always. I'm gonna chop it up with you, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Always, man.
All right, back.
My guy Elijah Strait, y'all know the vibes already. You heard?